John Henderson Pierre, the beer and TV ramble, looks at Shock Top Belgian white beer. 5.2% ABV by volume, a Witbier style, of course, made by the Shock Top Brewery Company and Anheuser-Busch InBev. Of course, they Shock Top Brewery. When it says St. Louis, Missouri, you already know who's owning the beer. I don't see any beer owned by St. Louis. The stuff that is the corporate global headquarters of Anheuser-Busch InBev. So, anyhow, the style looks similar to whatever, maybe like Blue Moon. Of course, people have had Blue Moon. Made by the Blue Moon Company, Coors Brewery Company, that is. So, here's take a look at the color of the beer. Very cloudy on the bottom, as you can see. A nice little foam on the top. Plotted on the couch watching football today. On the way home, get me a case of Bud Light, Coors Light. I don't know. Milwaukee's best, maybe. So, anyhow, here's the beer. What it looks like. Very cloud. I've had this beer before. Um, First time I had this beer was about a year and a half ago. Um, I have it here and there, but again, it's not my everyday main beer to consume. Uh, like um, like Budweiser or um, Milwaukee's Best Premium Ice House. Natural ice, but ice is not an everyday beer for me, but does what it needs to. Um, so far, pretty good. Nothing really fantastic about it. Um, it's a nice little finish. It's not citrusy, a little bit, but not overly citrusy like Blue Moon. When it has the orange peel. You've seen their commercials a lot with this beer. You've seen the commercial on four guys, with beards, they're climbing, rock climbing, doing whatever, and then they put out a six pack and they take out a six pack of Shock Top, sit down, drink, and have a good time. The commercials are maybe some of the programming, like maybe some of these, adventure shows, adventure sports, extreme sports. You'll see a lot of their commercials. That's pretty much who they're targeting, who their audience is. Just like same with Michelob Ultra, that's who their target is. The guy, who's the flannel shirt, or the guy, the beard, the nice looking beard, or the long beard. You wonder, does he shave that beard, or does he trim the beard, or at least clean it up from time to time? And I hope he does. But you know, that's who their audience is. But they're core folks. Um, Beer is not bad. It's pretty decent. Um, it's pretty very refreshing. It's again, those beers are very popular. Of course, many have said that this was sort of the start of this beer. Many said Blue Moon, which was never the start of the craft beer movement. But you know what I mean. That people look at those beers as being um, sort of for the folks that are who like craft beer, but who look at their prices for craft beer, look at it like it's a little bit high. I'm not going to pay this much for a beer. I'd rather pay this much for a beer. So, and that's why you have Shock Top, and Blue Moon. Shock Top has a lot of different varieties out there. They have a pretzel beer. They have another beer. I believe it has some raspberry flavor to it. I could be wrong. Um, excuse me. A lot of different styles of beer. So, um, I've never really, you know, and I can understand why they do that because as you see, I like craft beer too, but I'm one of those guys that look. I'm not gonna plunk down 21 something dollars for a 4 pack of something. Even a bomber. Um, when I was, I think Marie Devine was talking about this, and even we had a discussion. We're talking about this beer in one of the reviews I do with Ronald J. Terrio from Louisiana Beer Reviews. It's getting to the point with the craft guys. Look, I understand. I know you want to make your money. I know because of the ingredients and what you have to do to put this stuff together. I get that, but you know, I just can't see myself paying all exuberant amount of price for a 4 pack of beer that's going to be almost $12, $14. I mean, 10.50. The two places I go to, Rouse's in Mobile, over on O'Shell and McGregor, and then there's another spot, Mad Dogs, another spot here in Mobile, to a small package store. You know, um, they do singles, but sometimes when I go there and I say, or the Cottage Hill package store, which is on Cottage Hill Road in Mobile and Hillcrest, I'll go there. There's a particular beer I want. Like I say, I want the 1050. I've had it before in singles. But sometimes they wouldn't have it in singles. They would have it in a 4 pack, and the 4 pack costs about almost about $10. And I'm saying to myself, I don't know, $10 for a 4 pack. I'm not willing to do that. If I can get a single of it, that would be awesome, which would probably be 10 to something and change. Um, what I like about Rouse's in those stores, they'll have singles of different styles of beer. Like you don't have to do the mandatory 6 pack in some places. I can get a bottle of, say, Spaten Optimator, which was an excellent beer if you ever get a chance to try that. And I paid $2.99 for that. And no, that was good. I was happy about that. Um, Other beers I can get, from Anchor, some of the Anchor beers. I guess, of course, the Pumpkin Patch from Sam Adams, which I'm probably going to buy the 6 pack for Thanksgiving, or the Yingling Oktoberfest. Just something I'm just thinking about right now. For the turkey holiday. Um, I want to let me sample. Let me get a bomber. Let me get one of the size, or let me get a can, a 12 ounce can, 12-ounce bottle. Let me sample it. Let me taste. Let me get a feel for it. If it's worth it, then yes, I will buy the beer. I will purchase the beer. If it's not worth it, then hell no. That's why I feel that it should be mandatory that let the customers decide, you know, what they want. So I think Rouse's and stores like that do you know, offer that availability, across the country. I don't know where it is in your store across the country. If a place you go get your beers, your craft beers, whatever it is, if you want to sample, so um but anyhow, getting back to this beer, um it's not bad, it's pretty good, it's not, again, I'm just not big on that, on this style. As I mentioned, some other videos, the styles I like are, you know, lagers. I like stouts, pretty malty stouts, like the 1050, like the Abita uh, bourbon barrel stout. Um, Guinness, of course. Um, Pale ales, I like. Helles Doppelbock, I like. Um, you know, beers with a little flavor, a little more kick to it. A Vienna lager style lager, like the Yingling traditional lager, or just a Munich Dunkel, like say the 1050. But the most of the ones I tend to get again are the stouts and the lagers, majority, and the pale ales. Most of the time. But the Witter beers I'm not really big on. Even the wheat beers I'm not really big on. The snapshot I didn't give a real good. I gave a good review, but I wasn't a real big fan of it. So that's just me. But damn mosquito. But anyhow, I'm gonna give the shock top an 8.5. It's gonna be fair again because it's not my style, but I'm giving it an okay score because this is really ain't my thing. But fair, I go ahead and review it and give it to folks and let them know how they feel. If you like, go right ahead. If you don't, then oh well. What the hell Robert Kraft is doing at that game? What the hell? Anyhow, that's my thought. 8.5 is the score for this beer. Give me your thoughts and your comments on the bottom for Shock Top. If you like it, if you don't like it, um, you know, and we'll just, you know, you feel that this is a little too, are you one of those folks who love the rock climb or do any of these activities? And hey, let's have a Shock Top. With me, I don't give a fuck. I want to have a beer no matter what it is. So, you know, but anyhow, that's enough of that about that. Johnny Spear, the Beer and TV Ramble, telling you to keep on watching, and as always, cheers.